Hey, we'll be a fitness instructor. Wait. I have... Oh, they probably haven't rebalanced them since they updated. That's fine, whatever. So that's just bad luck. Like, if he had scratched me and I ran away, I would have kept going, but the moment it bites, like, okay, my character is going to survive a day or two and then die from zombie plague. But getting started is kind of the one hard thing. Like, normally what I'll do is I'll try and get the heck out of town and find a quiet place to start setting up shop, and then do runs into town to get supplies and getting out. But I'm trying to be like nomadic this time. Normally what gets you killed is if you watch up here, you'll see the status effects I have going on. And after you run a while, you start getting exhausted. And when you start getting exhausted and tired, your ability to like fight and defend yourself and run all starts to go downhill. And that's when things get really bad. Because if you're in good shape, you can just kind of keep running and working your way, working away from people. When that starts happening, it's super hard to get away. Getting a lot of good stuff in this house. You sleep is one thing, and then not be running around doing stuff. Because, like, tired is one thing, like sleep tired. And sleep is the only solution for that. I think, like, you can drink, like, coffee or something to give you a very temporary, like, in a pinch to give you a little bit more. But, physically exhausted, tired, all you can do is do something not exhausting. Like, sit on the floor or whatever. Okay, so I want to make sure I keep one of my hands free if I take the gun case. That way I can still push stuff and protect myself. And garbage bags are actually pretty useful in this game. You can make rain catchers with them. This is a really good first house. Alright, so we actually got a helmet right away, which is kind of nice. And a backpack. We're doing real good so far. Which means I'm certainly cursed, and I'm going to die in this one, because that's how that works. See if I can't go around and kill that zombie before it breaks the door. Got myself some antidepressants, so as my character gets all miserable and unhappy, I can help with that a little bit. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, because my character has all zombies around, there's going to slight panic, which makes them slightly less effective fighting. It only lasts a second because, you know, didn't see him very long. Let's see what I can make. I can make a proper salad, but I probably want to cook that chicken first. Guess I just don't have the stuff to prepare the chicken in a nicer way. Oh, and you always have to remember to turn off the ovens, otherwise you can catch houses on fire. Which is real bad. Oh, apparently just unseasoned chicken is a little bit happy. Okay. Zombies everywhere. Having a radio can be extremely useful. Alright, so in 3 days there's going to be really nasty storms, okay. Beta blockers are really good. They're what temporarily let you just ignore being panicked. Alright, so my backpack is almost full. And I held off crossing the kitchen because there's that window there with the zombies just on the other side of it, so they'll probably see me. Do I have a can opener yet? Okay, I need a can opener because I got a whole bunch of canned foods, but no way to get into them. think if I sneak around, I might be able to get a look at this truck. Saw that tree move. Sometimes it's a wind, but I figured it's probably one of his friends. I'm slightly over encumbered. Okay, it was left unlocked. That's good. Nothing useful here, and the key's not in the ignition. So, it's dead to me because I can't hotwire it. My person doesn't know how to do that. Oh right, this house sucks because there's not a single curtain in the whole place. There's a big group in that set of trees right there. So that was almost really bad. So I need to get someplace that my person can have a little bit of a break. Because they're tired, they're thirsty, they just had a lot of panic. Alright, my clothes are all bloody from all the zombies, so I might as well wash everything. Otherwise you can get sick. Not zombie sick, regular sick. I really need to close this door behind me. I just realized this door's open so a zombie can walk right in behind me and I'd just stand here and be foolish. And they give you fast forward buttons up here, but these are asking to die. Because it seems like the moment you hit one of those is when a zombie shows up. We're washing all our clothes that are all covered in blood from all the zombies we've been killing. But while we did have a close scrape there where I almost got cornered by a group of like 5 zombies, which would be absolute instant death, I did manage to skirt around them and get out the door before anyone got me. So I do need to have my character, let's figure out food. There's a lot of zombies in the area. And they will smash the windows while you sleep, which your character usually, like, unless there's certain perks you can have, like heavy sleeper, that they won't. But, my character would wake up to that, and there's a good chance when I go to sleep I'm going to get interrupted by that. And the zombies don't have any like mechanic where they home in on the player or anything like that. The big thing they follow is noise. And they will follow noise created by other zombies. That's one reason why sometimes when I leave an area, I'll deliberately like turn up a TV to max before I walk away to draw the zombies to that place as opposed to wherever I am. I don't need to try and take my chances cooking where they can see me. Oh, actually, I can deal with this. Let's see. I can avoid this window. I hope they didn't see me. Right, we are having a vegetable roast made out of orange, zucchini, broccoli, leek, salt, and pepper. That's a thing, I guess. So not wearing the polo neck, which gives me scratch resistance. What am I wearing? Probably the police uniform? Okay, I can just wear them on top of each other, that's fine. Alright, my character's getting a little hungry, which is perfect. I'm already cooking food. My character's apparently going to be really excited about this. It's going to make them really happy. They're just apparently really into this vegetable, whatever it is. Oh, those zombies are so close. Oh, how's my character? Am I over or underweight or anything? No, I'm at average. That's fine. Okay. Alright, well, it's getting late, so I don't want my character running around in the dark where they're gonna get killed. So we are going to read a book. But yeah, normally the way I end up playing this is I'll start in the city, I'll try and find a car as fast as possible, you know, grab some food, some supplies, hopefully find a screwdriver and a hammer and a saw, if possible. GTFO out of the city, find like a remote gas station or a remote building to make a base. Oh, and an axe, definitely an axe. But start setting up shop out there, clear it, you know, like be methodical in clearing out all the zombies nearby. You know, there always will be more zombies. They do respawn at places, but you can clear out an area to make it relatively safe. Start fortifying it, and then make it a whole thing of running into town, filling up a vehicle full of supplies, bringing it back out, skilling up and all that. But that takes for absolute ever, is probably the least entertaining thing in the world to watch, I would imagine. Because like right now what my character's doing, reading a book, I would spend the first probably 4 or 5 days mostly sitting down reading books. I just happen to find Mechanic Beginners. If I can get Mechanic 3, I can hotwire cars, so I'm particularly interested in getting that. Or was it Electronics 3? I know Mechanic was part of it. Either way, hot wiring cars is extremely useful. Because cars let you get out of so many, like, you see a horde coming, you get in your car, you drive away. Too many zombies in the car that are in the area, use the car. It's just a powerful tool. Like, I don't do it myself, but like one of the meta strategies that people will do is they will drive through an area like this with the car just blaring on the horn the entire time to draw out like all the zombies in the area, and then just methodically run them all over with the car. And it destroys your car doing that, but you clear out a huge area and then you can loot mostly safe. You just have to watch for stragglers. They also have meta events to force you to not get too complacent. Like there's a helicopter that'll fly over, which if it sees you, it'll circle you for a little while, drawing all the zombies to you. Otherwise, it just flies by, sending the zombies running in all sorts of different directions. You can scale up the difficulty where the zombies flat out run at you, which is beyond terrifying. Like that's just Death Simulator. The moment you get a group aggroed, you're just dead. You have to do it one by one. There's also stuff like, and the big meta events only happen usually once a playthrough, but like here you'll have like a dog bark or a gunshot out in the distance, and what they'll do is like, if it's over here, it can draw zombies from the other side past your place. If some of them run into your windows, they'll start banging on your windows, which of course will draw other zombies because now they're making a bunch of noise. It does a good job of like forcing you to move around without being cheaty and like having a homing beacon on your character or something. That's also one reason you notice, like, I always want to grab the watch because it will tell you the temperature, the date, and the time depending on the watch, but they can have an alarm set. So anytime you grab a watch, you always want to check to see if there's an alarm set, because it is really bad when you're creeping around and suddenly your watch alarm starts going off. But no, we're in good shape. Like, I'm finding the crowbar as a weapon seems pretty useless, but okay. But I mean, I got the hard hat, which is a pretty good helmet. It doesn't offer neck protection, but, you know, for my head it's really good. I got a bulletproof vest, which is amazing. Alright, my character's getting legitimately sleepy. Yeah, we'll drink some water, and then we'll see if we can sleep a whole night's sleep before a zombie smashes a window here or something. This is looking promising. Oh, I woke up earlier than I expected. Alright, so the character's getting bored, which they do when you sit inside for a long period of time doing nothing entertaining. I think I had just a regular magazine. Because those read fast and they add entertainment. And it gets out of my inventory. I guess I probably shouldn't have been reading those books. I should be reading all these little ones that take way less time to read. Get them knocked out and out of the way and out of my inventory. Because normally also when I start, I'll make a custom character, and I will make them like... I'll make them obese, I'll make them incredibly unfit, I'll make them weak. Like, I will choose so many negative penalties, so I can give them stuff like where they can see in the dark really well and all that. And so, like, the entire first month of the game is me working on getting them in shape, getting them to lose weight, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's more in a month. I usually never quite get them there, but the idea is it's like the long build where you take all the negatives that you can fix for all the good stuff that just stays around. Whereas this person is actually like in really good shape. So I have to be careful because normally I go for like where I have wider vision and I remember zombies are a little bit better and I can see in the dark, where if I go in the dark now I won't be able to see anything. It's also super hard to play with when you're like that unfit and obese, because you get in a fight with a zombie and one zombie is enough to like exhaust your character, making it super dangerous. So that's where you have to be like extremely methodical. Alright, so there should be 2 more days in game before I have severe weather show up. Yeah, your package will get there. As we tear through all these magazines and have them out of my inventory. Because the good news is like there's a limited number of these magazines, so when you read them all, you've read them all. You've gotten the benefit from them. Same with the books, but they take just way longer to read, and you have to read the beginner, get enough skill, then the intermediate. So you can't just slam them all the way real quick. Probably get rid of this gun, because guns are trouble. The only time I ever use guns in the game is after I've had a long playthrough and I get bitten so I know I'm dead. And I just want to go out in a blaze of glory, so I'll just go out in the street with a gun and start fighting. Which usually goes poorly, because if your character's never used a gun, they suck with it. And it's super hard to get good with guns, because it draws everything from everywhere around you. I believe that's all of the magazines I have. So go to this dresser and dump all those magazines in it. Even though normally I'd want to save this, I don't have a water bottle, so I'm going to drink the soda just to use it as a water bottle from now on. Because then your character will automatically drink as they need it. That's not helpful. I can't walk out in that room without them seeing me. That's a lot of zombies. It's getting to be problematic. I keep running from one group of zombies to the other. And exhaustion on the top right is the thing I worry about. That's when I start getting caught by stuff. Alright, this is getting bad. Okay, I might be in trouble, because if I keep running, I'm going to be in worse place, and I feel like I'm being pushed into town, which is the opposite of what I want when I'm being chased. Because moderate exertion I can work with, but when I go high exertion, then I'm in bad place. That's the reason I kept dumping stuff behind me, as I was trying to drop weight. Stave off how long it takes me to become exerted. Play a dangerous game here. Yeah, it sucks because you like really don't want to run because you make more noise and it tires you faster. Ugh. Oh, that's even worse. Yeah, this is the thing that gets dangerous about why you have to be so careful. Ah, oh, this is bad. I'm gonna end up getting exhausted and unable to defend myself. Alright, no horde around this corner, right? I might be able to make this work. Just trying to give my character some time to not be exhausted between packs. Well, I mean, it looks like I'm in the outskirts of town now. Which I guess is nice. Okay, so we're no longer exhausted, so we're not in super danger like we were back there. I did ditch my weapon I had grabbed, as well as my radio, because I just need to shed weight to be able to run and not super tire myself out. I could methodically start killing these groups off. Try and get myself some breathing room to get back into town. Just want one or two of you. The rest of you can stay over there. There you go. Come on, someone notice me. Alright. Okay, two is workable. Come on, see me, I'm right here. Okay. Alright, I set an alarm on that watch for the next morning to hopefully draw zombies to that way. It does kind of suck because I gotta slowly work my way back into town. Unfortunately, the towns are a good ways apart, and walking on foot's gonna be a pain. There's a key on the ground there. That could be good. Out of gas. Well, we're getting better stuff to wear and all that. Oh, we are getting drowsy. That's not good. Alright, there's no way I'm dealing with all that already drowsy. Alright. I can sleep in the car, but that's super dangerous. I think I can get back into town and be unnoticed. I can also just go out in the woods and sleep in the ground, but that's also super dangerous. Alright. I'm gonna kill this zombie over here and we're gonna take our chances sleeping in the car. Except I don't remember what I have to do to sleep in the car. So I guess we won't do that. I don't think I can sneak between those groups. and every time you're hearing that melody or whatever, it's like a skill up thing, that I've done something to gain stats. There's too many zombies that way, too. I really don't want to try and run past them where I'm already tired. Oh, I'm gaining points in sneaking is what keeps skilling up, and light-footed. Alright, well, if I can't fight my way in, let's go out into the woods and hope for the best. Sleeping outside is super dangerous because if you get seen, you just get attacked and die while you sleep. Versus when you're in a house, you have to smash a window and you wake up when the window breaks and all that kind of stuff. Or they'll bang on the door and you wake up while they're banging the door before they get in. Alright, we're taking our chances. I'm just yelling to draw all the zombies nearby. I'm just gonna sleep in the woods. Just need to get everything nearby killed first. thank you for the follow, Manolia Lunar, I believe. If I have that wrong, I apologize. We may be watching what's probably going to be the death of this character, because my character is extremely exhausted, cannot get to shelter, and there's zombies about. I intended on clearing out some woods and hoping for the best, but it drew way more zombies than I expected. It's getting a desperate point of just literally finding some trees, parking down on the ground, and hoping for the best. So we've eaten a cookie and a fresh lemon whole. We are very tired. Been meaning to get rid of this gun for a while. We can't quite sleep on the ground just anywhere. We're not that tired. We have to be ridiculously tired, but we're getting close. See if I can't get lucky, find something I can eat or whatever, or make some kind of weapon with. While I wait to get tired and put myself in serious danger. Come on, give me a good branch. That way I can at least make like a stick to poke things with. Alright. Time to tuck myself as tight into some trees as I can to make myself as hard to see as possible. And then we see if I survive sleeping out in the wilderness. There's really not a good spot. This is about the best I'm gonna get, I think. Alright. Do we wake up in the morning? Well, we're awake, but I do have one problem. It's pitch black. So I guess we sit here. I hear a zombie over here somewhere and I can't do anything about it. Technically you can read in the dark, so we'll see. What do we have for food left on me I can actually eat? I mean, I guess I could just open a can of soup and drink it cold. Yeah, you can read in the dark, but it's way slower than reading when it's not dark. But there's no way I'm wandering around the woods in pitch black and hoping for anything to go well. I am happy I actually survived. Like, I've had to sleep in the woods like that a couple of times, and I mean, I'm maybe 50 for 50 for getting attacked while I was asleep and that ending a run. Usually once you get established, you've got a place or two you know you can run to in a pinch, or you'll have a car so you can just get out of Dodge. So I think the goal for today, once it's bright enough for me to actually go around and see anything, is make my way back into town at all, even if I have to like slowly, systematically kill the zombies to reach the first building. Because I don't have, like, I've actually got a decent amount of food and all that, if I'm being honest. But I don't have decent weapons. I've got pretty good clothing for defenses now. It's not great because it'll overheat me. I do need to get more water. Like, I got a whole bunch of bottles I can fill with water. But, let's see. Yeah, the bottle I have is about 2/3 gone. Oh, and eating berries can be dangerous. Like, one berry will be poisonous, which poison in this game just makes you sick, which can be very dangerous. But, there'll be like good bad berries and all that, and they change each run which ones are which. Are you drowsy again? How are you drowsy again? Something must have woke him up early. I mean, he was sleeping in the dirt, so I guess I can't blame him. Or her, actually. I forgot it's a her. Alright, I'm gonna say we can see now. I'm gonna eat a bunch of candy. Try and follow these tracks back to town and get to work. It sucks that we're still drowsy, though. Alright, I think I can deal with these if I can get a couple at a time. Oh, there's another key up there. Okay. Maybe we can get a car yet. We'll just have to deal with that pack of zombies. Alright, there's another one in those trees somewhere. I want to try and get to the side door without getting seen, and it's really looking dicey. No, they're coming this way. The duffel bag's better than the backpack, so I'm trying to switch stuff real fast. Alright, we're down to 4 in this pack. Of course it's full of zombies. I do not want to have to sleep in the woods again. Really hope this car's good. Taking a gamble. No gas. Back into the woods we go. And we're now at the point where we're starting to run out of water. And do we wake up in the morning? Alright, meta event, someone shooting guns. So I'll draw zombies over that way, which is unfortunately where I want to go. It's going to be a slow burn death, I think. Because now that I'm starting to dehydrate, I have to get into some place to get water. So I think even though there's a bunch of zombies in that place, we're not tired now. We really need the water. We're gonna take our chances fighting our way into that building, because I saw there was a set of sinks back there. I think it's supposed to be them screaming, but I don't really know. Alright, there's a bay door open there if I have to try and find a different way in. Alright, there's the sink. We're gonna try and play this slowly and not get many if we can help it. The water's real close. Alright, we're good in water for a while. So try and clean this place out so my guy can actually sleep a proper night's sleep safe-ish. Sledgehammer's too heavy. Where is that pipe? Okay, there's 2 sledgehammers here. Usually I only see one of those in an entire run. They're super valuable, because you can use them to break down walls and such. So as my guy's getting more tired and more exhausted, it's taking me a lot more to kill each zombie, which is why it's getting so dicey. Okay. I'm not sure my character is going to be able to sleep with everything going on. Because it sounds like absolute death out there. But I'm technically in a room that I'm safe-ish. I don't like leaving the lights on, but I need to leave the lights on or I won't be able to see if anything happens. Alright, something's banging the door into this room, so I have to deal with it. Sounds like a lot of something, so we're going the other way. Well, that room's not safe. I just heard them smash the door down. Oh, right. There's gonna be a storm today in the game. No. Because I can't really sleep out in the woods if it's gonna be raining on me. And that's another door broken. They're breaking that door. Alright, we're taking our chance of the storm. There's no room safe to use in here. Please be a trailer with a door. I have got to get inside this place. I'm only be able to fight a few more zombies before I'm just going to be too weak to be able to really do anything but push them. Oh, please be unlocked. Oh, that's bad. Yep, I officially can no longer run. That might actually work. Alright. Need to eat something, and I need to have my character sleep in a bad way. There's lots of good stuff here, but I don't really have the ability to carry anymore. Well, at least we managed to live, which... When I came around the corner, there was 4 of them there. I thought that was it, because I couldn't run anymore. Definitely not going outside where the zombies will be running everywhere because I hear all the noise and I won't hear them because it's super loud. Plus it's practically nighttime again. The good news is while I was fighting in that place that I eventually had to abandon, I did fill up on water and I do have a decent amount of food to weather a day or two if it comes down to it. I also have a gas cannon here, which I definitely want to take, because then I can siphon gas from one car and put into one of those cars I've been able to find keys for. That's entirely too loud. So one thing I actually like about this is you can adjust the audio for literally every sound effect practically. So there should be one here for either weather or lightning. I don't see. Oh, here we go. World, thunder. Like, I've only ever seen that in this game where you can go sound effect by sound effect, go that one's too loud, this one's too quiet, and adjust them all. So at this point, my character is just weathering the storm in a storage unit he found that happened to be opened by sheer luck. closed it behind him, and he's reading a book in the dark. We had quite a few dicey situations in the last day. If this unit hadn't been opened, I had to run the entire length of it, we probably would have died because I was no longer able to run. My character was so exhausted. He was also getting more and more drowsy, which means I could see less and less of the area around me, making it more and more likely I would run into a pack of zombies, making my situation worse. But we got lucky. The good news is overall this run has been actually pretty good. Like, we've had a bunch of close calls more than I normally have early on, but we got a duffel bag, which is really good. We got a bunch of the important tools like the saw, the hammer, a screwdriver, a couple other things. We know where we have 2 sledgehammers we can grab anytime we have a car or something to put them in, because those things are so heavy. There's a propane torch right here with me. We've got a gas can. So like we're on our way to be able to, you know, set up shop somewhere if we decide to. And I do know I'm not going to use my normal strategy that's super safe of going out in the wilderness, finding some like lone cabin and building that up and doing runs to town. I'm going to try and set up in town where, you know, there's always going to be a certain level of danger I have to worry about. Because my goal here isn't necessarily to try and push this to be a super duper long run. It's to, you know, have it be a very active run. That said, what's probably going to happen here is I'm going to keep reading this book, maybe start another one until my character gets tired, and around that point TSRP should start coming online and we'll switch over to GTA RP. Because that's what I really want to do. Just, I woke up early and I was awake, so it's like, alright, I might as well do something. And actually, now I think about it, I think while he's reading this book and there's the pretty much minimal chance of any real danger, I'm going to quickly run and make some lunch happen. So I am going to be away for a couple minutes. Alright, so we have all but finished the mechanics book, which is good. At which point that gets chucked into one of these boxes. The character's getting hungry again, but not to a major level. Definitely hearing all the zombies partying outside in the rain. Because like I said, they're drawn to noise, and when there's rain, there's noise everywhere outside. So it tends to just make, like when I walk out here I have to be real careful because I have no idea where to expect the zombies compared to when I walked in. And so we're just switching up to starting to read the next book. Like, I was actually hoping not to sit here and read a whole bunch of books, but the storm kinda forces me to hunker down. Another thing I do appreciate about this game, so like, you're only at risk of zombie infection from zombies, which makes sense. You know, bite, you guarantee you're dead. Lacerations have something like a 20 or 25% chance of infecting you, and then scratches have a 10% chance of infecting you. You can get equipment that makes you far safer, like I have a bunch of clothes that my character is wearing that you see that here's their chance to resist a bite, and here's a chance to resist a scratch from each location. And like, if you would have gotten bitten, like say I was going to get bitten in the shoulder and it protected me, usually will tear a hole in my clothes so that the next time its protection isn't as good. You can get injured by things other than zombies, like if you jump through a window that you broke without clearing out the broken glass first, there's a pretty good chance you'll get cut. And that can get infected, it's just not zombie infection. It just makes your character sick, and then you have to, you know, try and first aid, take care of it. Like, it can still be extremely dangerous getting an infection, but you can actually do stuff about that. There's also other injuries you can get, like fractures and broken bones and that, which usually only happens as if, like, you jump out a second-story window or whatever. Those are ridiculously dangerous because they take forever to heal. And, you know, you usually just can't sit on a chair for months on end, or not months. You usually just can't sit in a chair for days and days and days while it heals up. You usually have to be out there getting food, which just can make things worse. It's got really good base building stuff. Like, My person's not going to have anything, but you can build like walls for like pretty much almost everything here. You can pick up and drag to your own place you make or where you take over a location. Zombies normally won't spawn within a certain range of the player, and it is finite loot by default, but the game has an incredible number of settings you can change. Like, you can have the loot refresh, how fast zombies refresh, how dangerous things are, how plentiful food is, how fast it spoils, when the water gets turned off, when the power gets turned off, which is one of those things you can say, okay, between the first day and the 60th day kind of thing, which I think is the default. And I have had it when I started a run where literally the first day they turned off the water, so I just had to make do with no water the entire playthrough. Which what happens with that is those things will have like 15 water in them, but they'll never replenish. Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, normally I go through and I customize so much, but it's just like, no, that's going to take me half hour to do for showing. So it's just like, alright, let's just apocalypse mode, which is the default, the world sucks mode. Yeah, so I need to eat soon, but I'm going to just wait on it for now. But so it has this dynamic where you can fight and it's easy for individuals, but if you mess up, you like, messing up can be very fatal very fast. Groups of zombies, on the other hand, can be extremely dangerous, because you're pushing one zombie, the other one's getting in close on you and can potentially hurt you. But what's worse is there is a mechanic in the game where if you have like 5 or 6 zombies get in range of you at the same time, they can overwhelm you, where they basically shove you over and you just lose, because the idea is they've pushed you over and they pile on top of you. Usually when you get in that situation, you don't feel as guilty about it, like you don't feel bad, because you know you were already dead with that many zombies closing in on you in the first place. The music for this game tends to be pretty chill most of the times. It can get a little stressful and all that when things really pick up. Does a good job of switching around the situation. But we did locate sledgehammers last time, which are really useful and rare, but we couldn't carry them with us without putting ourselves in even more danger when we're already in a bad place. So we'll have to go back for those. And those are in a storage building down this way. But to give you an idea how advanced some of these systems go in, like, you have all of these skills, and so like because I started as a lumberjack, I did start with having really good fitness and strength, and then the axe skill, but all the rest of the stuff I've mostly trained by mostly running away from zombies in fear. This is not a game you typically want to just square off head to head with zombies. You will die. That's just how it works. The advantage of reading is if we look here, you see these little arrows. So what's happening is I've got a multiplier. So because of what I've read of this book so far, I'm going to train first aid at a much higher speed, which is good specifically with first aid because you can only train that by healing yourself when you get injured. And getting injured by zombies is very high risk of getting yourself killed, versus injuries otherwise can still be a pain in the butt because it takes a little while for stuff to heal. Right, so right now my character is starting to get sleepy, they're hungry, and they've got too much stuff on them, because as you get hungrier, your ability to do stuff kind of diminishes. You do have health, and like if I take injuries, like it'll say, oh, my left shoulder is scratched, and I can bandage it, I have to clean the bandages, I can disinfect the bandages. There's exercises you can do to help with your fitness, and I probably should be doing those at some point, but because of the exhaustion and the danger I'm in, I'm not going to, because my character's already pretty fit. The clothing you wear will give you different protection, so you can see where, depending on the clothes, I have different amounts of protection against being bitten or scratched here. Laceration kind of falls in the same risk as scratch. Generally speaking, like even though like my feet, I have 100% protection against both, if I were to have a bite hit this boot, there's a chance it damages the boot and lowers this effect, sometimes to 0%, like they tore a hole in it. So you sometimes have to change equipment as you go along just from getting beat up. There is a temperature mechanic where if you get too hot, you start sweating a bunch, which dehydrates you faster. And just the same, if you get too cold, it can also be very dangerous to your health. Generally, I actually don't worry much about temperature, and I just deal with the risk of having water be a problem. I just wear too much because I want all the protection I can get. And I will wear extra clothes that overheat my character just to be safe against zombies. Because in my experiences, the things that have gotten me killed are almost always getting a scratch or a bite from a zombie and getting infection and being just a dead man walking. I've never starved to death. I have had dangerous times with that, but that's the thing. Dehydration has been a risk at times. When you're running from zombies, the big concern you run into is like where I have this drowsy thing here. That'll continue to get worse. And as this gets worse, your ability to see begins to narrow and shorten because your character's tired, they're less aware. And then there's an exhaustion one, which I don't have here, that eventually will make it to the point that you can barely walk. But the risk is, as you become more exhausted, your chances of actually killing a zombie from a hit becomes lower and lower, until you're sitting there beating on the same zombie 10, 20 times before it finally goes down. And when you're fighting a group, that just means you can't do anything, because you knock one over and start trying to kill it, and then the next one comes up and forces you to retreat. Alright, so we're going to stop reading, and we're going to eat something, and we're going to take a nap. We are living on canned goods for the moment, because we have a bunch, so we're going to have a wonderful, delicious meal of canned carrots. I'm just going to eat the entire can. That was not enough to make our character not hungry anymore, it just lowered the hunger a little. So we're going to eat canned potatoes. Yeah, the menus not have a little bit of jank to them, but that's okay. Alright, so we're not hungry anymore, so that's good. And we're going to sleep in the also comfortable plastic chair against the wall. And your character actually can wake up with like a stiff neck and all that from sleeping in crappy places to sleep. Okay, it looks like the storm may have stopped, and I would check when the next time we're going to have weather problems is, but I can't because I had to ditch my radio to drop some weight on the ground when things got rough. Alright, my character's getting bored because he's been trapped in this place. We're going to read a magazine real quick. I did see that there's propane torches and a gas can in here. And a gas can would be a big deal, but it's also heavy. So we're going to try and bring that with us, because we have seen some cars that were drivable that we could find the keys for, but they were out of gas. With the gas can, I can siphon gas off another car and maybe get myself a pair of wheels, which will massively improve my chances of survival. I also need to be careful because my clothes are getting dirty and bloody, which has a chance of making me sick. Not like zombie plague sick, but just kinda sick. Which can be dangerous. Alright. So I got one propane torch. I'm gonna grab the gas cannon, hoping for the best. They're only fairly heavy, that's workable. Ooh, I might be able to get us underweight, maybe. Sweet. Might be able to grab more stuff. Anything else I should grab? Let's see. I could grab another torch, which might be worth grabbing. Welding rods are also really good, as is the hammer. Okay, and that's what we're going to have to call it, because that won't be overburned. So we don't know what we're going to open the door to. We may open the door in just an army of zombies, and it might start off bad. It could be totally silent. With the rain, you never know what you're going into. Okay, that is a little disturbing that literally nothing's here. Alright, there's a couple zombies over that way. Yeah, so I'm wearing enough stuff now that as it's fighting, my character's starting to sweat and get hot, but I'm just going to have to deal with that. So my hope here is to find a car with a set of keys I can use. And if I have to go find gas, then that's fine. So no key here. Oh sweet, this gas can's already half full. That's even better. Alright, so we got a couple zombies out front here. There's probably more inside. I'm gonna wander out farther into the street and see if I can't make sure I'm safe. Because some of the ones that are just laying on the ground I may have killed and just forgotten about them. Sometimes they're already killed and you can find like keys and such. There's keys down there. Or a key. I hope it's for that van. That van would be real useful. Ideally get just one of them. And we're dead. I misplayed it. I got bitten. I'm dead. So I'm just going to keep attacking zombies till I die from it, because getting bitten is a death sentence. That's just really bad luck. We got bitten in the side because the zombie on the ground grabbed my leg so I couldn't run. And when I went to turn, I just got bitten in the side, because when you get attacked from behind, your chance of getting bitten go up astronomically. Well, that is the end of that character. We killed 86 zombies, survived 4 days, 10 hours in the game mode Apocalypse. And now our character will wander the server, or not server, this world as a zombie for the rest of their time. Now, I'm not going to make a new character in the same one. I'm going to quit the main because I died.